Hey guys, it's Bro You Whack, and a couple of days ago, we finally got our grubby little paws on the anniversary event. And not only did it come with amazing new content specifically for the anniversary event, but it also had all the other content for the past 4 years from all the events. From the first Summer Games event in 2016 all the way to the semi-recently released 2020 Archives event, we got everything. The game modes, the skins, so much content wrapped into one single package with a pretty little bow on top. And with so much content to unpack, the only logical response to give to Blizzard is to ask, well, what's next? Obviously, that's sarcasm. Obviously, I'm grateful for all the new content that they have given us over the past couple of years. But this video, I did want to focus on Overwatch 2 and possibly some new events in Overwatch 2, because there's lots of people that are either complaining about the previous events or wondering, well, what is next for the events? Like, I understand that there are new players where this is their very first Overwatch event, so it's not only overwhelming to get the previous 4 anniversary events, but every single event. But I also recognize that there are some veteran players that have played Junkenstein's Revenge for the past 4 years, and they're kind of sick of it. And I'm sure after the anniversary event, the talk of the town in the Overwatch community is gonna be Overwatch 2, because we got everything, or almost everything, that we were promised in the 4th year of Overwatch when it comes to events or new competitive modes, except for Overwatch 2. You know, that was announced at BlizzCon, but so far, no word of anything, like literally nothing, with the exception of what Overwatch 2 is actually going to have, which is going to be more PvE or lore focused with toned up versions of the multiplayer side. But other than that, nothing. And since the anniversary event just happened, then let's talk about events in Overwatch 2. Will there be more events inspired from in real life holidays in Overwatch 2? And what's going to happen to the current events in Overwatch? Well, let's talk about it. So when you bring up the discussion of brand new Overwatch events to the stature of the winter event and the Archives event, not so much of the Mardi Gras Ash or the Dr. Mercy event, I don't think anybody is really opposed to that idea, because it's a win-win situation for everybody. For us as the consumers, we get brand new skins that we have never seen before, and possibly new game mode and new redecorated maps. And for Blizzard, it makes them a lot of money, which you have to remember, Blizzard is a business. They're trying to not only have our best interest, but also their best interest so that they can pay the bills and put food on the table. But it makes them a lot of money because, well, more people are incentivized to buy loot boxes because they have like a whole bunch of items that they have never received before. Whereas even veteran players, they don't even have these items, so they're even still incentivized to buy loot boxes, which in turn means that Blizzard makes money. And I'm sure Blizzard knows this, but I'm assuming that they know this because they haven't really came out and said anything involving their plans of Overwatch 1 events or Overwatch 2 events, or really even just Overwatch 2 in general. The only thing that I could at least find online when involving Overwatch 2 and Overwatch 1 events is Jeff Kaplan saying that they wanted to rethink their event calendars. This was a Q&A that he had between his school and himself, obviously. And in that same answer, he did also say that they want to possibly, maybe, retire current Overwatch 1 events if they were to bring in brand new events in Overwatch 2. Now, just by me bringing that up, that can really shake a lot of emotions for a lot of people, because again, you have to remember that there are some people that this is their very first event, and there are some people that have played every single event and have every single item. So there are some happy emotions and sad emotions, and for some reason horny emotions, but that's probably just for me. But first, bringing up the happy emotions, the good part about this answer is that Overwatch 2 could possibly have brand new events inspired from in real life holidays. Maybe they could go the Archives route and just make up holidays, but it's not like Blizzard is capped out from in real life celebrations. Things like Valentine's Day and Easter and St. Patrick's Day could make excellent events in Overwatch, not to mention other globally celebrated holidays. But I really want to try to pick the major ones, because I really doubt Blizzard is going to make a 4th of July event when only people in the United States really celebrate it, at least with the Chinese New Year event that is celebrated globally. But I think that possibility of Overwatch 2 having brand new events can only really be possible if they were to retire some of the Overwatch 1 events, because you also have to remember that in Blizzard's eyes, they're seeing a lot of people get upset that they're bringing back old events. Like, how could they? How could they rehash old events that people loved? How could they bring back Lucio Ball, which tons of people love? I might be the only one, but how could they bring back the Summer Games event? Like, they're just rehashing content. Oh no. So when they see that reaction, they probably think to themselves, okay, then why are we wasting time possibly making the Summer Games event or the Winter event better when it comes to the game modes by making a new Lucio Ball map or making a brand new game mode in May Snowball Offensive? On top of that, bring in new cosmetic items when we can be taking the manpower from our limited pool of employees and putting that in a development pool of making new events for Overwatch, making a Valentine's Day event or making an Easter event. At that point, if they were to ever go that route, they have one of two options. Either A, which I think is the better option if players know that they're going to be getting brand new events, but if they just completely ignore their current Overwatch 1 events, but they still bring it, like yes, they still bring back the Summer Games event, but they literally add nothing to it so that the players that didn't get to play the Summer Games event, i.e. all of the Nintendo Switch players, makes them happy, but that also gives Blizzard an opportunity to make a brand new event, like the Valentine's Day event that I mentioned before. Or the second option, so that it can shut all the people up that are complaining about them bringing back old events, and in this case, literally doing nothing new, not adding new skins or adding new game modes or nothing. They just completely vault the Summer Games event so that they can bring the Valentine's Day event. They don't even have to worry about anybody complaining about rehash content because, hey, we're done. We're done bringing the Summer Games event, but in replacement for the Summer Games event, in February, here's the Valentine's Day event with tons of cute pink skins for Mercy and Cupid Hanzo and Kitty Reaper. God, I would love that event. I don't think anybody would like that. Listening back to that, it's like, why would they do that? The only reason why they would do that is to shut all the people up saying that they just rehash content. Well, you have to remember that some people didn't get to experience the Summer Games event. And I'm just using the Summer Games event as an example, but I'm pretty sure that's like the least popular event out of all of them. It's still good. Like, I still love it. I love Lucio Ball, but I'm pretty sure that one would go if we did ever vault one. But guess what? They don't have to. And also thinking about it, bringing up the business aspect of vaulting these old events like the Summer Games event, like I keep bringing up, or literally any of them, that hurts them in the end because they don't get to make money on content that, yeah, they can just rehash. So that's why I'm thinking, well, it could be risky because you're gonna get edgy 13-year-old Redditors saying, oh, they just rehash content. If you were just to literally copy and paste, say the Summer Games event and then bring these other events that I mentioned before, oh man, it can make them so much money. I just don't really know why they wouldn't do that already in the 3rd or 4th year of Overwatch. Actually, I think I do know why. I mentioned the limited employees that they have, and I think a lot of the limited employees that they have are working on Overwatch 2, which is why I'm very hopeful that Overwatch 2 will have brand new events, because after they initially sell Overwatch 2, which I'm pretty sure the story, the lore, the campaign mission over Overwatch 2 will not be for free, where the multiplayer side will be for free, after they make profits from that to be able to develop Overwatch 2, to be able to continue on the lifespan of Overwatch 2, but not only that, continuing to make profits, I think they would need to bring brand new events. Eventually, everybody will have every single skin, and there will be no reason for them to buy loot boxes, which means you don't get to make any money, Blizzard. I mean, one idea that I did think that they could do in Overwatch 2 more frequently is to do more skin challenges that we see of the status of Mardi Gras Ash or Dr. Mercy, but the only problem for that is that it's not necessarily a win for Blizzard. I mean, us as the consumers, it's a huge win, and especially us streamers, it's a win because not only do we get free skins and free cosmetic items, but us streamers get to be able to get more viewers because, well, these players want to get free skins. I mean, I don't know how much revenue Blizzard gets from that week of the skin challenge, but I highly doubt it's as much money as it would be for a regular event, because during that week of that skin challenge, I'm not buying any loot boxes. Oh, but when it comes to the event time, oh my god, I'm going into debt with my loot box addiction. I mean, you guys see it. Oh, you guys see it. Oh my god, I'm so hungry. I would love for there to be new weekly skin challenges because that means free content for everybody, but I don't really see that benefiting Blizzard all too much. Again, I don't know the revenue side, but when it comes to full-blown events, not only do we get new skins, new items, something that we haven't seen before. We can kind of guess what Halloween skins that we can get for specific heroes, but when it comes to Valentine's Day, Are we gonna get a Cupid Hanzo skin? Probably. Are we gonna get something cute with Reaper? Are we gonna get something related to Junkrat? Are we gonna see Roadhog in a pink vest? We do not know, and it's that anticipation that has kind of gone missing for me, and I'm sure a lot of players that have even experienced all the events a second time have kind of lost. Not only that, possibly new game modes. Now, I do not know what kind of game mode that you can have for Valentine's Day, and I just, again, keep using Valentine's Day as an example because I think that's one of the most popular holidays that is not being utilized in such a wholesome game in Overwatch, but I don't know what kind of game modes that they can do. I'm sure they can redecorate maps perfectly to represent Valentine's Day, but I think it's that surprise factor that we got so much during the first year and even kind of the second year of Overwatch events that a lot of us are wanting and hoping for. And I think after the initial release of Overwatch 2, I'm pretty sure we will see new events come into the game. I just wish I could get a direct answer, but Blizzard hasn't said anything, and I just want them to say something related to Overwatch 2. Events, skins, plans, lore, I don't care, just give me something. I'm so hungry, not only for content, but food, because I have no money. I spent all my money on loot boxes. I'm joking, but I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you want from Overwatch 2 involving events. Do you want new events? Do you want them to vault old events? Just let me know. I love you guys, and bye.